we're back in the Rockman XPR preamp. I mean, if you look at the prices on some of these things, I mean, it's like, hey man, ask what you want. Hopefully you get someone to buy that. Good on ya. But whew, really crazy up there. Really up there. So, how can mere mortals afford this? I mean, I don't have one. I'm borrowing this. This is Michael Torin, the legend, letting me use his XPR. So I'm thinking, how can I get one of these too? So I got the Rockman Sustainor, and we're going to see if that could be the working man's XPR. All right, so I just wanted to show you where it's at. I mean, this is why the XPR is so cool. I don't really think it's the distortion stuff. It's this like three-dimensional where the notes just hang out really big. Those otherworldly ethereal, that otherworldly clean sound is kind of why Def Leppard went to the Rockman as well. Kind of noisy today, but you know, it still is lovely, right? A lot of that is the chorus. Rockman chorus is beautiful. Let's turn this off. So you'll hear some pitch wavering too. That was the chorus. We're in mono, so we tap, tap, tap. Come on. Off. Not quite as lovely and sexy. Chorus. That chorus does such heavy lifting on this unit. The echo reverb is kind of worthless. It'll give you some ambience, but it's not about that. The chorus is where it's at. And the compressor is where it's at. Check it out. So the compressor is the front end of this. And we're going direct because it just kind of sounds better that way. Like, I'll show you direct and then I'll put an IR in it and you could hear, at least for the clean stuff, because that's what I'm kind of really vibing on. The compressor is the whole preamp section. You know, look. Compressed, right? That's what all this noise is coming from, the compression as well. Let's just go to 0. It's all just clean. Direct. Crazy clean and direct. So let's go to 8. So at least we have some body to the sound. The EQ is doing a little volume lifting. I don't know if it's making a difference because they're even. There's this great pre-EQ that it's, I think before the compressor and distortion. It's just like a 3-band, more or less lows, mids, and highs. It's great. It fills, especially with these direct sounds that have no kind of, they have a hollow middle. That mid-range push really helps. All right, back to that. So that's where it's going to be hard to recreate, but so I'm turning it off for now. Now let's jump over to the Sustainor. The Sustainor weighs exactly 0 pounds. It weighs nothing, so it's just like this little like plastic box. So the inherent tone isn't as nice right off the bat. It's more plasticky. What was that? Let's turn up the input. We're on 8 compression. There's a little bit of EQ. Really just treble. It's a little better. And that's kind of what you're working with on the cleans. For both? Yes, so we're on clean 2. We'll jump over to clean 1 in a minute. So I'm going to bump that mid-range. We're on 16 compression. It'd be nice to add some bottom end to this. It's a little thin. Nope. That's all you got. You could add more compression. Ooh, compression's noisy. So I think the XPR sounds a little more lush. You know, let's go to this clean 1 has a fatter, like a darker thing. XPR just sounds a little more expensive. I do think I'll keep the Sustainor though, because it's got a cool thing to it. It's definitely, that compression is awesome. And in the Rockman manual, they actually say if you have the Sustainor, you don't need the separate Rockman compression module. You won't get anything out of it. So that is the Rockman compression in both. It's just the front end section is just better on the XPR. This is what, as you add distortion, this is what it turns into me. As you add gain, this is kind of what the tone becomes, to me anyway. So the XPR doesn't turn as classic like that little box Rockman-y. All right, let's just go all distortion-y. So let's add an IR. Maybe that's gonna help. The IR just makes it sound like Joe Satriani surfing with the alien to me. All right, so I have another alternative for the working man's XPR. It's the GK, Gailey and Krueger 100 MPL. This was I think a little too late kind of preamp that showed up, but they do have a long history of solid state killer like amps and preamps that Iron Maiden and Alex Lifeson used like crazy. So solid state choruses and all kinds of stuff in here. First time turning it on. I don't know how to use it or nothing. Gosh, you could barely see anything. I see it says patch 2 and that's it. Oh, here we go. Feels like there's a compressor in here that's just choking. Not right? Because I don't know how to use this. This is kind of Rockman-y. Alright, there's certainly an effect on here. Effect, chorus. Oh, the worst interface of all time, gang. Let's just turn the depth. It's as low as I could go. I don't know how to do it.
5 hours later.
Tremolo. Maybe there was a tremolo on the other thing.
5 hours later.
It says voice 4. What is
5 hours.
Off! Got the chorus off. It's not terrible. Oh, the interface is so bad. Whew, it's exhausting. Alright, you know what? Alright, there you have it. This video is probably way too long. I think this may be the happy medium here, guys. Price-wise versus XPR price. This isn't too bad. Boy, that GK unit, no wonder it didn't take off, because it is a nightmare to program. It's horrible. How'd you do that? And the 80A MP1, which is not easy to program, that is way better to program. So, what can you do? Really, I think the working man's XPR, if you, get rid of Kempers and all that kind of stuff. But if we're going to go for a solid state killer preamp, the Humboldt Simplifier is awesome sounding. It has that character of those solid state classic preamps and amps, but it probably sounds better. I did a video of one. Check it out. I'll put a little Sweetwater link down there if you're interested in that, because otherwise you're going to be hunting for these old-timey boxes. But yeah, as always, check all the links if you would be so kind. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later.